I have created my own personal fall bucket list of 100 items. I broke out my fall sweater, I have my cute little pumpkin, I have my pumpkin candle, and this ambiance because it's currently 80 degrees outside and I really just needed to get in the fall mood. And then of course, my little pumpkin mug full of coffee. Let's start, shall we? Number 1, decorate the house. Obviously, this is a no-brainer. And this can be whatever you want it to. Honestly, you can just get 1 or 2 things and put it around the house, or you could go all out. This is totally up to you. 2, take lots of Polaroids. This one may seem more like a summer or spring thing, but I personally love the way that the different colors of the trees outdoors look in Polaroids, and they just kind of have a cozy vibe to me. I also really love to use them as bookmarks, and I just think it'd be cool to have some fall themed bookmarks. Number 3 is read some spooky fall books. I actually already created a video of me recommending some books to read, so if you don't know what to read, click the link down below and pick from that list. We also have read outdoors, okay? It's one thing to read a good fall themed spooky book, but if you read it outdoors, put out a picnic blanket in the middle of the park, read your book in your sweater, drinking a nice warm latte, the vibes are elite. Get a cute autumn graphic tee or sweatshirt. I've been seeing a lot of really cute ones on TikTok Shop, or going on Etsy, you can find a lot of really cute niche ones on there. Obviously, you have to go on a hayride. Then, just like I did today, we're going to be breaking out all of our big sweaters and all of our cozy flannels. 8 and 9 kind of go together, but we're going to be trying some hot seasonal drinks, but let's try them at our local coffee shops. Bonus points if it's one that you've never been to before. Then we're going to be trying new soups and new pies. Soups and pies are the best possible fall food items. Then we're gonna dress up for a Halloween party. I feel like now as an adult, since I'm not exactly like going trick-or-treating, I don't really dress up anymore. That changes this year. I miss dressing up for Halloween. It was my favorite thing as a kid, so why shouldn't I do it as an adult? Fall cookies. This really can be anything you want it to. For me, that looks like frosted snickerdoodles. Then we have all of the pumpkin baked goods, okay? Pumpkin bread, pumpkin sheet cake, pumpkin muffins, you name it, make it. Also, add cream cheese frosting. Cream cheese frosting makes every pumpkin flavored thing significantly better. Next, we are going pumpkin picking, okay? And we're gonna be getting at least 3 pumpkins because we will be pumpkin carving, we will be pumpkin painting, and we're also just going to get the cute little pumpkins that you can just kind of leave around the house as cute decor. Watch fall movies and fall TV shows. I have a whole list. I don't plan to get through all of them, but I pretty much compiled a whole list of all of the different fall TV shows and fall movies. Every single time that I sit down to watch something, I just pick whatever I feel like off the list. Go hiking when the leaves change. Now that I live in Tennessee, I am beyond excited for this. Next is going camping. That one makes me kind of nervous because I've never been camping before, and I definitely grew up in the city, and camping is not something I've ever really done. Not sure what that's gonna look like. That one terrifies me and excites me equally. Next, go to your local fall festivals. A lot of small towns I know have these, or even some big cities. If you don't know of any, check some of the local churches. I know a lot of churches have fall festivals. Obviously, we're gonna go apple picking at an apple orchard. We're also gonna go to the local farmer's market. You don't have to get anything, but there's something so lovely about getting a pastry or flowers or fresh fruits and vegetables or plants from your local farmer's market. Bundling up to go on a cooler morning is just amazing. Also, bonfires and s'mores, obviously. I don't know about you, but I have never been big into watching football, but it's football season, and I know a lot of people on TikTok have been romanticizing like reading or cleaning around the house or whatever on a Sunday while football's playing in the background, and I've never felt the desire to do that, but for some reason TikTok has me changing my mind, so I might get into watching football. Maybe. That one is TBD. I'm at least gonna try it. Buy and burn fall candles. Then we're gonna do a corn maze. I haven't done one of these in a really long time, but in high school, these were my absolute favorites, especially if it's a haunted corn maze. Those are so freaky. Do not watch Children of the Corn before going to a haunted corn maze. Lesson learned the hard way. Take Christmas card photos. This is when everyone does it, and I feel like It's not that common to do anymore. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's because I'm not getting them now that I don't live with my parents anymore. But I think it'd be really fun to just take Christmas card pictures. And if you're not going to do the old school, like mail them out, maybe just to like post on Instagram. I don't know. I feel like that'd be cute. We're gonna do the cinnamon sugar donuts or like the apple cider donuts. There is something about these donuts that just have a tight, firm grip on my soul. We're getting into the sweets. We're gonna have a hot cocoa picnic. Grab your thermal, make like a nice, creamy, thick, chocolatey, hot cocoa, and you're gonna grab 2 little mugs and you're gonna go out into the nature when it's nice and cool, sit on a blanket, and then dump the thermal hot cocos into the mugs and drink out of mugs. Cinnamon rolls and a movie night. Need I explain that? We're also gonna keep up those hot girl walks that we do all summer. I feel like everyone on social media is talking about, oh, like go on a hot girl walk, put on your headphones, go for a walk in nature, and then as soon as it gets cold, people stop doing it. Fall is the best time to keep doing it. Nature is 1,000 times prettier, and because it's cooler, you can walk a lot further without getting like hot and sweaty. I'm gonna try to get into running this fall. I really had the urge to try running this summer, but I really don't like sweating, and I know I'll sweat either way, but something about running in 80, 90, 95-degree heat just hits different than running in like a 65-degree with a cool breeze. You feel me? We are going to discover our local bookstores. Also take cute little aesthetic photos. Maybe get some old used books or some new cute books. Maybe the fall books that you read this autumn can be from this local bookstore. Just a thought. We're gonna go thrifting. We're gonna go biking. We're gonna paint our nails fall colors. We're also gonna explore small towns. If you live in a cute small town, great. Branch out and go to one you haven't before. If you live in a big city, so you can't really get that Gilmore Girls Stars Hollow vibe, find the closest small town to you and try to go there during the fall. That also might be where you find the cutest local bookstores and coffee shops. Drink lots of tea. It's the time for hot tea. Try an autumn craft. I left this one pretty vague because I feel like TikTok comes up with something new. So maybe I'll want to try whatever TikTok comes up with in the next month or two. I know that I definitely want to do one of those turning a pillow into a pumpkin, like those pumpkin pillows. I think they're cute and fairly easy to do, so I really want to try that. I also plan on getting into yoga and Pilates. My church has a yoga class, and a small town near me that I have recently been exploring, which is the ultimate Stars Hollow vibes, they have free yoga in the park in Sunday evenings. Does that not sound so dreamy and perfect? I feel like it goes with the theme of autumn. In autumn, you want to take things slow. You want to be intentional. And that's exactly what yoga is teaching you how to do. It's teaching you to be in the moment. Make a fall playlist. I have not made mine yet, but I must say I found a fall playlist, but all the songs are Taylor Swift. I'll link it down below. It's absolutely genius. Next, drive-in movie theater. I have been wanting to do this for so long, so you can like bundle up in the car and watch a movie. That just sounds so fun to me. I haven't lived near a drive-in movie theater in a while, and there's literally one 15 minutes away from my house now, so I'm so pumped. Now, I want to get better at chess. If you've never played chess or don't know how, now is the time to learn how to play chess. If you're like, chess is not for me, wrong. It's actually very fun. I decided randomly like 2 years ago to learn how to play chess, and it actually is so much stinking fun. If you're competitive too, you can really get into it. Something about it is just so cozy, which leads me into have a lot of board game slash card game nights. Obviously, we're going to be watching fall themed things, and I think that's great, but one of my biggest goals is to stay away from screens this fall. So reading the books, playing games, all of that stuff just gets you way more in the present and able to just enjoy the season. A lot of times you'll regret sitting on your phone for hours in a day, but you won't ever regret playing board and card games with the people you care about. Start a gratitude journal. I love journaling, but I don't necessarily do a lot of gratitude journaling, which is pretty much putting a fixation on the things that you're thankful for. And obviously with Thanksgiving coming up this fall, it makes perfect sense to just embrace the whole thankfulness and gratitude aspect of the season. It'll also just make you a lot happier as a person. Practice an instrument. Or if you don't know an instrument, try to learn one. I feel like guitar and ukulele are the easier ones to pick up. I feel like there are a lot of people who have pianos in their family homes, but they don't actually know how to play it, or at least that was me growing up. If you're like me and you used to play an instrument a lot, but you've kind of either lost your passion for it or feel like you don't have time for it, now is the time to get back into practicing and enjoying that again. We're also going to be writing letters to the people that we love. Now that I moved somewhere where I quite literally know no one, this sounds really fun to me. I now have friends who live all over the US. I have friends who live in other countries now, and a letter means a lot more to someone than a text. Now, this one, I'm gonna have a really hard time convincing my husband to do this with me, but I really want to go to a haunted house. I can't remember the last time I went to one. Make your Notion fall themed. I like to change my Notion with the seasons, so it was very summery, fun, and bright, and now I want to make it more muted and very fall aesthetic. If you don't use Notion, then that one's not for you. Or you can just create a Notion, because I think everyone should have a Notion, and make it fall themed. Go to the zoo. I know this may seem like a summer thing, but if you've never been to the zoo when it's cooler and the leaves are changing, you need to. This one's kind of a no-brainer. Go see the Taylor Swift movie this October. Dress up for it. Need I say more? October 13th. Go. Clean out your closet and donate what you have. Especially, I'd say, if you have a lot of sweaters and like warmer weather clothes that you don't think you'll wear or they don't fit you anymore, now's a great time to donate those, because the people who need them but maybe can't afford buying them new would really benefit from having them as the colder seasons come up. Oh, my foot's asleep. Actually, half of my leg is asleep right now, so that's fantastic. Pick up either crocheting or knitting or macrame, one of those like hobbies using thread. I'm sure there's a more non-ignorant sounding way to group those together, but just like a crafty hobby, I feel like is really fun to have, especially to do them while you're watching cute little fall movies. Next is plan a Friendsgiving. Invite all your friends over, and no one's asking you to make a whole turkey and spend 24 hours making it or whatever. Just have a fun time together, make pumpkin pastries, have everyone bring something, play board games together, watch a fall movie together, just enjoy time with your friends. I think I'm the only one in my immediate family who actually cares this much about it. But the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, I love it. I soak it up. I enjoy watching it. To me, it's just such a fun thing to watch. Next, you're gonna learn about hygge. Personally, I would recommend this book, but you can learn a lot about it online, and you're gonna learn about it because the next thing is that you're gonna have a hygge day. And you'll learn a lot more about it when you read about it, but this means baked goods. This means warm drinks. This means no electronics. Put all your electronics away. Enjoy being in the present moment. Do the coziest things. Wear the coziest clothes. It's all about enjoying the present moment fully. Me and my husband have had hygge nights where we have a hygge themed date night. Those have been some of my favorite dates that we've ever had. We're also going to start a puzzle. I have a Harry Potter puzzle that I love, that I did last year, that I took apart, that I plan on redoing again. Whether you're listening to fall music or watching a fall movie in the background or listening to an audiobook, just really go all out with that puzzle and romanticize the whole process, and you will have so much fun. Pick one of your yearly goals that you had and decide that this fall you're really going to focus on that one. This is especially great if you feel like you've lost track of your goals for the new year. So there's 4 months left of the year. Pick 1 or 2 of your yearly goals and just embrace it. Start a new Bible study. I would highly recommend Daily Grace Company if you want to study a specific book of the Bible or a specific topic. This one I especially love. Send a letter to your grandparents for Grandparents' Day. Grandparents' Day is September 10th, so by the time I'm posting this, it's about the time you should be writing the letter. But honestly, if you send it late, I think they would still love and appreciate that you sent them a letter. Nothing could be sweeter than that. Volunteer in some way or another. I'm sure you'll have opportunities through your school, your college, your local church. something in your community, there's always going to be opportunities for you to volunteer, and now is the best time to do that. If you haven't already, you need to discover your local library. Get a library card, spend some time there, maybe check out a book or two. Local libraries a lot of times are really just hidden gems. We're also going to be celebrating National Coffee Day on October 1st. Usually we don't know what the deals are closer till, but look at your local coffee shops or the franchise coffee shops and see if they're doing maybe a free coffee or a discounted coffee on that day. And that day, no one's going to judge you for the amount of coffee you drink, so drink up. We're also going to be watching the sunset. We are going to go to a record store and get a record. Go to a petting zoo. These are usually attached to fall festivals. I think I've even been to some apple orchards that had this as well. I feel like you really have to do your research to find these, but once you do, they're so fun. There's just something about petting a goat in the fall. I will pet all the goats. It's a weird passion of mine, so we're just going to move on. Go see a live music performance. This is a lot of times going to happen at your local coffee shops. Do a little bit of research. We're going to start our Christmas wish list because it's going to be around Thanksgiving that people are going to start asking you what you want for Christmas. And if you're anything like me, you're not going to be able to recall anything off the top of your head. Starting now, anytime you think of something, you're going to put it in your notes app on your phone. Life hacks. Ooh, okay, learn how to make homemade bread. I feel like everyone got on this train during the pandemic, the pandemonium, except for me at the time. I just thought it was funny, but now I kind of really want to learn how to make my own bread. So eat Reese's pumpkins. If you're gluten-free, you can have Reese's cups, but you can't have Reese's pumpkins or trees like whenever they're thicker or in different shapes. Because the peanut butter is like thicker, I guess they use flour to do that, but it is so good. And it's in the shape of a pumpkin, so there you go. I personally do not like caramel apples, but I do love caramel apple suckers. And if you've never had one of those, you really need to. They're so good. Next, and as you can see, I am currently doing for this video, is that I'm embracing my natural hair. When fall and winter come, the air starts to get drier because of the winter, and your hair is going to be very easily damaged. So therefore, I'm trying to reduce the amount of hot tools that I use on my hair and just embrace how my natural hair is so that I can try to keep it as healthy as I possibly can throughout the cold, hard seasons. This one seems daunting if you've never done it before, but annotate a book. I just did this for the first time last year. I have a whole vlog about it that I can link below if you want to watch that to kind of get an idea for what annotating a book looks like. You pick a book that's interesting to you and you have a couple highlighters, a couple pens, whatever, and you underline and highlight things that matter to you. And you can go as all out or as simple as you want with this, but it makes the reading experience so much cozier and so much more enjoyable. Embrace the TikTok seasonal trends. For example, there was the ghost photo shoot that people did. There was the pumpkin head photo shoot that people did. And both of those I was obsessed with and I wanted to do so badly, but I never did because that's not something that you can just happen to do one day. You really just have to plan those out. So from now on, anytime I see a cool TikTok fun little autumn trend, if I really want to do it, we're going to make a plan to do it and we're going to get it done. Next is we are going to Eno around, and Eno is those little travel hammocks. Take it somewhere where there's a pretty view, strap up your hammock and read a book, talk to a friend, play card games, do whatever you want, but just Eno around. It's such a fun experience. This one I'm going to be very passionate about is I am going to majorly reduce my screen time. I really want to be present this fall and work on being present. I feel like this summer I really got into a rut of social media addiction. So if I'm watching a fall themed movie or TV show, I want to watch it, not scroll on my phone while watching, watch it. I don't want to be sitting on my phone whenever I have downtime. I want to be present in the moment. If there are people around me, I want to be with those people. And then also when I'm home with my husband, I just want to be present with him. Take your favorite show and you can look up what the episodes are that are Halloween episodes and Thanksgiving episodes and watch those, just those. I have done this with friends before and it is so fun because there's so many really good Thanksgiving episodes. Kind of like binge watching all of those is very fun. Fall scents. fully embrace them. I'm not talking candles. I'm talking the body mists, the body lotions, the body washes. Next is a breakfast in bed. Maybe try some of those pumpkin pastries we talked about, or like pumpkin pancakes. Curl up in bed and enjoy breakfast in bed. Have a nice slow morning. Now, work on learning a new language. This one, it's not gonna be the same for everyone, but I feel like the staying in the colder seasons are the most enjoyable to learn languages during. I don't know. Try autumn journal prompts. This could have a lot to do with the gratitude journaling I talked about, or you can have it ask you seasonal questions, and maybe this will help you romanticize fall more. Now, something that I really want to work on is maintenance over makeup, which just means that I'm going to try to focus more on skincare than actually applying concealer and foundation every single day. This will just be better for my skin overall, and that way I don't have to spend that much time getting ready every day. We're painting tote bags. Very fall aesthetic. I have one ready to be painted, and I'm just so pumped for that. Eat some Count Chocula, okay? There is a brand of cereals, I kid you not, my favorite's Count Chocula, but they have a bajillion of monster-themed flavors, and they're basically like Lucky Charms, but different flavors. Get whatever flavor sounds best to you. Bring a book everywhere you go. Make it a habit to, instead of picking up your phone when you're bored, pick up a book. Your book's not going to be fitting in your purse, unless you have a huge purse. Backpacks and tote bags are way cozier. So maybe switch out your purses for the backpacks and tote bags this season. Create the ultimate reading nook in your home, okay? If we're gonna be reading this season, we need to have a place to read. Maybe this is where you put your little fall decorations. This is where you'll have your hygge time. Just make a really cozy space that you can always go to for good reading time. Update your fall Pinterest board. Enough said. Learn and practice new meditation techniques. I actually just learned a new one that I have been absolutely loving. I really just want to keep it up and keep trying new ones this season. Go to your local museums and art galleries. Declutter and organize your electronics. Get some space in there. Delete the old accidental photos and videos. And also declutter the people you're following on social media. Fun fact, my battery just died on me, so I just took like a 1-hour intermission. I couldn't find the old video. We have a different vibe going on for like the last few. Dress like your Pinterest boards. If you don't have like fall fashion on your Pinterest boards, totally fine. You can either add some or go to the stuff you've already pinned and just notice what the people are wearing in the photos, if that makes sense. Every once in a while, try to make sure your outfit is Pinterest board approved, and you'll feel like you're living your Pinterest board life. Honestly, this is true everywhere you go, but I feel like Trader Joe's is just known the most for it. Go to any grocery store and just look specifically for their fall-themed items, foods, snacks, whatever. Guaranteed you're gonna find some really cute, fun stuff to try. So we are going to press cute leaves that we find and use them as bookmarks. That is a vibe. Now, this one I'm really excited about, but I left this vague for you. Have a fandom marathon. For me, I'll be having a Harry Potter marathon. What will that look like? I will invite Harry Potter lovers over. We will have Harry Potter themed snacks. We will watch Harry Potter movies, maybe do a Harry Potter puzzle, listen to Harry Potter music, have Harry Potter ambiance, maybe play some Hogwarts Legacy. Just Harry Potter themed everything. You might not be into Harry Potter. You may be more of a Star Wars person, Percy Jackson. You may be more into Hunger Games. My mind is blanking on all the fandoms, but there are a lot of fandoms that you can be. Just have a good time and allow your little nerdy heart to just fully embrace your nerdy obsession with that fandom. Drink apple cider. I personally am not the biggest apple cider fan, but I also haven't tried it in a long time. I didn't love it as a teen, so I'm gonna try it again this season, and hopefully I like it, because I feel like that's just so fall. And it's a crime to not like apple cider in the fall. Item number 100 is romanticize everything. Be present, go into everything. A lot of the things on this list have romanticizing in mind. The fall theme playlist, the dress like your Pinterest boards. In all reality, just doing all the things that every single fall you want to do and think about doing, but you end up not. You see the TikTok trend, try the TikTok trend. You want to watch old childhood movies, now's the time to do that. Like, just go all out and enjoy it. That is all 100 things on my personal bucket list. You can click the link down below, which is a PDF to my personal bucket list that I will be hanging on my wall. You can also check down below for both of the YouTube videos that I mentioned, and also just subscribe and hang around because I definitely plan on doing more videos that have to do with me checking things off of this fall bucket list. As for what to watch after this video, you should probably watch my recommended fall book list. Not only do I talk about the best books to read during the fall, but also I'm talking about some of the books that I plan to read this fall that I haven't read before.